fighter at heart. He's a wrestler. He's deep down, that's his true thing. He's competed, he's wrestled pretty much his whole life. And I'm not. I'm a finisher. I'm a killer. I go in there for the kill, and Saturday's going to be no different.
Do you remember a time early in your career, perhaps, when you were in there against somebody that would have been like a parallel to what's going to go on Saturday night, where you've got all these UFC fights, you're a name, you've been around for so many years, and he's a guy that's coming up and making the rise? Do you remember a fight that was like that for you, where you were the guy making the rise against somebody that's been around forever?
Yeah, my 21st birthday, I turned 21. It's my first fight in the UFC. I fought Den Thomas. You know, after my fight, he went on to fight Kenny Florian for the belt with Sean Shirk. You know, Den Thomas was actually winning that fight. He blew out his knee. Kenny chokes him out. Kenny goes on to fight Sean Shirk. Den Thomas had tons of experience. You know, people called me up, hey, you want to fight? Yeah. Who? You know, Den Thomas. Sign me up. A lot of people didn't take that fight. Everybody like, oh, you know, Den Thomas, he has so much experience. He's you know, he's a seasoned vet. He's been around. He trains at the top team. You know, so I can relate in that sense. You know, he's had a few more UFC fights, but I have more knockouts and more knockdowns than he has fights total, or probably even sparring matches. So the experience plays in my hand tonight, and it's going to be no different than how Den Thomas wants to fight with me.
How important is that experience, given that just 40 days ago or whatever, it was a very similar situation? You're fighting a guy who's an up-and-comer and people are talking about, but the experience was just so vast between the two of you, and obviously that worked out in your favor.
Yes, sir. You know, I 2 weeks before my fight, I went out and cornered Miles Jury, and you know, I did the walkout. I was in the back. I was warming up. I was getting those type of emotions, those nervous feelings. You know, I was more nervous for my boy Miles because, you know, it's nothing I can't control. So I was definitely nervous. But you know, as we're walking out, you know, before the curtains, you know, here stood Choi, you know, and then we walked out. I'm hearing the music. I'm hearing the fans. I'm seeing everything that's going on around me. You know, and then later on, I see, you know, Miles has won his fight. You know, he's got to watch my homie compete and do really well against a tough guy, against a wrestler. And you know, then later on, they're showing the highlight of him and Cub. So he's sitting next to a guy who he just lost to, and he's got to watch the highlight reel that they play. You know, I'm on that several times, so he's watching me on the highlight reel. So 2 weeks later, fast forward, there I am walking out again. I get those feelings. 2 days later, you call me. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm not even sore. Dana calls me up. Cool, let's go. Bring it on. We're already in shape. Now I just get to work on even just peaking that mountain just a little bit more. So I'm super excited for the opportunity and the experience. If it was in my bank account, it would say wealthy.
What is fight week like for you in terms of this week? Is there time to relax? Is it stressful, weight cut, that kind of thing, or is it just a matter of getting amped up through the week?
I'm relaxed. I know how to dial in my focus. You know, this is fun talking to you guys, getting to, you know, all eyes are on me, so I get to tell my life experience. I get to be in the light. You know, this is a long time coming. Like I told people before, it's the right time. It's a great time. I'm relaxed. I'm enjoying myself here in Orlando. I've been down here before. This weather is amazing. The people are really nice and treating me really well. UFC's treating me good, so you know, a little bit of weight cut tonight, and tomorrow we'll make the weight, and then it's all business. Then the fun part comes.
You talked a little bit about this, but first of all, what is your walkout music, and how does that make you feel when you're in the tunnel about to come out?
I usually walk out for something pretty gangster. I'm not going to give you my walkout music. You know, that's something I want to be in the moment for. Mm-hmm. But it's always something gangster, something that's going to, you know, make sure you know that we're coming for a fist fight. We ain't here to run around or, you know, put on our ballet shoes and dance. You know, we're here to get into a good scrap, and Emmett's going to feel that Saturday night.
Excellent. What have the guys on the team felt like for you that, you know, back-to-back main events after not being in a main event for so many years, and now you're having this moment like so quickly into 2018 where everything's just working out for you perfectly? How has the support been for them, and how cool is it to have them feel like this is so cool for you? Do you know what I mean?
My teammates?
Yeah.
You know, Alliance is a family. You know, not say, you know, no disrespect, like an average guy working a 9 to 5. he's coming in, he's bringing in the kids. You know, they're shaking my hands. They have their kids say, hey, great fight. You know, congratulations. But you know, we come together as a family at Alliance, and that's really what it is. It's not anything different. So as a family, it's always good to have that type of support. You know, I don't have any family out in San Diego. I took a leap of faith a long time ago, where I was like, you know what, if I go broke and I fail on my dream, I miss, you know, maybe somebody loved me enough to give me a bus ticket back, you know. So, you know, I never really worried about that. But at Alliance, I have a family there. My coach, Eric Del Fiero, the El Jefe, he's the man. You know, tons of supporters, you know, the experience of Dominic Cruz. That dude's trained championship rounds a long time ago. And now his style that was in WEC is now starting to partake in the UFC decade later. You know, Phil Davis, another champion. You know, I got guys, killers, who's been around. Justin Lawrence, who's a heavy hitter, knocks guys out, tough wrestler. You know, I have these guys in my gym, and you know, I have people that you don't even heard of. Matt Sales, who's a beast, who UFC actually needs to sign. If you're looking for a short notice fight and a killer, sign Matt Sales. That dude's a beast. So. I have tons of guys, and even the girls now. MMA is so evolved. You know, you got Angela Hill, who's my teammate. He's fighting on the card. So they always say, you know, I'm like kind of the team captain, or you know, the motivational guy. I'm always pushing people to do more, be better. You know, go after it. And I feel like they look up to me. So I feel like I got a good role on my shoulders to go out there and just be in the moment, kick some ass, and make some money, and come back and bring those good vibes and keep them rolling.
So you're joining Orlando. I'm a Disney employee. We're in the land of Disney. But asking everybody, if you were a Disney movie character, we're talking Star Wars, we're talking Marvel superhero movies. If you were a Disney movie character, which one would best describe you?
The Beast.
Ah, there you go.
He's you know, he's aggressive, courageous, and also sensitive.